what I want to do is put this belt in such a way that when we're in this position, he's in flexion, I'm going to have to make sure the angle of the belt is perpendicular to the ulna. Okay? So if it's like, you know, that, not good. If it's like this, no good. So you got to make sure that the amount of angulation is perpendicular to the ulna. Okay? And then you would simply do your mobilization like that. Now he would have his hand on his forearm, on his arm. Okay? So you get to a point of diminishing return where you just can't get any more flexion. And when that happens, you can change your approach a little bit where let's put you back. Let's have you go back on the table for a second. And I don't know if you'll be able to see this real well. But I could get him towards his end range of flexion. And let's put your hand here. Good. Let's look up this way because we're going to get in close quarters here for a little bit. I could come down like this and get right on top of his elbow with my shoulder up against here, get him into maximal flexion, and then I could perform a really good traction like this. And it's almost like a scoop type of a traction at the end. It's like a traction, but I'm trying to scoop a little bit, okay? Move this hand just for a second so you kind of see what we're doing. All right, so like this, coming down here, and scooping at the very end. One of the things I'll do with patients in this extreme amount of flexion is I will have them maybe do a contract relax with a mob. So I'll give you an example, because I might have them like this, or I'll say lightly push against me. Okay, relax for a second. Let me get you a little bit further. Lightly push against me, relax, scoop and mob. Lightly push against me, relax, scoop and mob. Or I might do the scoop and active motion at the same time where the person is going to try to flex their elbow while I mobilize with movement. So I can do a movement like this, kind of lightly flex your elbow. Lightly flex your elbow. Lightly flex your elbow. Again. That's a good one right there at the very end range, getting that last few degrees of flexion. It's not in your book, it's a little extra, but your idea is you're going from 90, you're going to run out of space, and then someone might want that end range. Now another thing that's not in your book that you could possibly do, will you stand up for a second? Sit here, facing that way. Again, I'm not going to make it responsible. I just wanted to show it to you in case you ever come across a need for this. Slide forward a little bit. Now this table, what I would do is I would get it in a position where it's at the proper height. Okay, so I use an adjustable table so that when his arm is on the side, it's just like this. Then I can have the patient lean forward into their greatest amount of flexion, right? Now, where's the treatment plane? Like this, isn't it? Okay? Right? That's the treatment plane. It's going to be hard as heck to kind of traction this, but you can kind of get a traction where you pull the humerus out of the ulna. So you come behind them like this. Let me get my hands in here, and then I'll have you flex there. Okay, go ahead, flex. Come over towards it a little bit more. I'm going to put my shoulder on the back of his shoulder, and I'm going to have him lean on that arm. And I'm going to pull up at the same time I'm pushing him forward. So I'm doing this, I think, pulling up and having him move into it. And I kind of do it with motion with him. So let me get in here there, Mr. Biceps. Okay, good. All right, flex and come back. Come back. Flex and come back. Now take your other hand and hold this. All right, flex and come back. Flex and come back. All right, you're moving a little bit. Let's get you. Bring this just a little bit higher. Flex. There we go. Still kind of moving them a little bit. Okay, that's a tough one, but that's for that end range flexion. Freddie's got like an advanced book to do some of these other things that's one of the ones in there, but that would be just for very end range flexion. Okay? So what I'd like you to do, though, is I would like to take your patient, now it's going to be tough, lay him on the table, and try to put him in a little bit more flexion. Try to do the best job you can, adjusting your belt accordingly. It might not be perfect. And then try it in a flex position. If you get a chance, grab one of these adjustable tables, try it on the adjustable table, okay?